Good afternoon, welcome to Rundlii Gaming. So we're going to be doing another video on Command & Conquer Generals 0 Hour. So this will be another one continuing on my previous series of it. I realized after playing the challenges last time that I don't think I want to play through a bunch of videos with China's. I believe I ran the Tank General last time. What I'm actually going to probably do is switch it up a little bit. I may play through challenge with someone else, which what I was thinking of would be either I may toy around more so with the US or with GLA, because generally those are my two favorite to kind of play around with. And mostly what I was considering will probably be more so the Air Force General. The Laser General is also really good. The super weapon, I feel it's just very easy because it's very easy to build up a lot of your ion cannon. The ion cannons are basically the super weapon for USA, which like shoots laser down and breaks things. But I feel that it usually takes a little bit less skill to actually play. Whereas the Air Force General, I think, is a little more fun to play because it has more to do with like lots of air attack and such. And then the Laser General, he is really, really awesome with defense. He's probably the best on defense out of everybody else in the game, in my personal opinion. Because he could pretty much make a defense that's almost unbreakable. Short of like nuking the entire, set of defenses, because you can't really do anything about that. But I may go ahead and play General Granger, which is the Air Force General.
General Granger versus.
And some of the opponents will be the same for the first, depending on who you're playing with. General Granger is pretty good against Dr. Thrax in general. And this is the basic introduction of the General again. So if you watch the previous video, it's really the same thing. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this built up as quickly as possible. And one thing you'll quickly understand is that this entire thing is about air superiority. We'll go ahead and make a barracks back here. This will be our money source, which will drop there. And one of the first things we're definitely going to want to get up is our airfield. With the Air Force General, the airfield is pretty much everything to you, as you could probably tell. Then lastly, we're going to get our strategy center up, because the strategy center will allow us to use a lot of our additional things on it. But yeah, we probably want to get, because we're going to want to get these oil derricks, because those will be pretty important if we're wanting to actually get additional income. And we're going to want to get some of these Comanches up. Alright, so basically we're waiting so that way we can get our capture, and that'll allow us to actually get these oil derricks here. And pretty much the Comanches is what's going to keep us safe, because it's actually quite powerful, all things considered. I know a lot of flyers are very easy to shoot down, but that still has quite a bit of firepower on it. We could probably also consider just getting a second Comanche pretty soon. Alright, we'll get another Comanche up. And let's start the bombings. Because we're just going to take out this little defense there.
Watch out, General. That bridge might not be safe. But then, what is around here? Stay away from my scout missiles.
Oh, well, that didn't work out quite as I hoped. Well, what I just did, it's ideal not to do that.
General, our base is under attack. Take the new position.
Unit lost.
Do another batch.
Yes, I botched the early part of this game. What just happened? I haven't played this all that much in the last few years here.
My old medicine.
Alright, so the big thing here is we're probably going to want to increase firepower a bit.
Always prepare. Heading out. Want to make some improvements? Bring on the scaffolding.
Alright, so we do have enough for this. What these are here, the supply drop zones, is that every 2 minutes or so, it'll come through and actually drop more supplies down, which is kind of like the kind of similar to the black market for the GLA, and kind of similar to the hackers for the Chinese.
When the flesh falls off the bone. Maybe you would consider a peace offering. An antidote, perhaps. Your resource pile has grown small, General. I don't think you have enough to stop my next attack.
Alright, so we'll get that power plant up because we're about to lose power. Oh, actually I may not. I might have that up before then.
How long can you hold your breath? Anthrax, it does a body bad.
Alright, let's go and get another power plant up. And the countdown on there is about a minute 40. And we have about a minute on that one.
Oh, it is not so bad. You should only feel a long and painful burning after this.
Alright, so let's go and get our defenses up. This will basically just be a counter to a Scud Storm, because his Scud Storm could be a really bad problem pretty quickly for us. Since most of our stuff just blows up after the first shot. Where is my... Yeah, I'm not really sure where my other helicopter went.
Here we come, General, like a chemical spill.
Congratulations, General. You have been
Alright. So we're only rank 2 right now. Alright, we're going to take out this air defense this time.
The water below is not safe for swimming. It is so hard to find a doctor these days who will make house calls. But Dr. Drax still does. You inconvenience me, General.
Alright, that should blow that up.
Good to the last drop.
That should blow that up. And we're going to go back.
Unit lost.
On aisle one.
Alright, so basically what we're trying to get going here is a little bit better.
Like acid rain, we descend upon
So we need to take this out first. Because he's determined to take out my ion, which he's not going to get anywhere close to it. Mine will repair, so...
Unit lost. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Go forth, my toxic warriors. Bring our message to the masses.
Because these are really bad against buildings, like that poison stuff.
Our base is under attack. Disruption.
General, we have a clogged toxin nozzle. Give me a second to fix it.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get that and that.
Unit
Coward! Your pilots still need to breathe.
Alright, so we're going to move 2 over here. Which they have another poison tractor over there, which really doesn't do much. Now, the poison general, he is actually probably one of the better generals. But as a opponent on the challenge, he's kind of bad. Because, like in the case of my general here, I could just fly over pretty much everything.
Scud storm detected.
And that's what we were waiting for, was that Scud Storm.
Watch your men.
Because if that gets released on my base, it's almost game over. Like, I lose so much stuff that's pretty crazy, actually.
So, you made it across the river. Now, the
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and break this, hopefully.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Alright, so we have the defenses there. So next thing is we're going to want to get some defenses up here so that way he'll stop bringing stuff down here as easily.
perfect target for my Scud Storm.
What's the story?
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted. Particle cannon ready.
Alright, so next best thing we'll probably want to do is get some of those.
Unit lost.
Are you going to attack me, or are you afraid of what you might find at my base, huh?
Because basically they're very, very determined on taking out our airfield. Which as long as we have some clan chiefs flying around, that should take care of them. But for the time being, we're going to want to get that area up here taken care of. Alright, so we don't want to lose those. Come on, Comanches.
Nothing can live beneath my toxic cloud, General.
Oh, that's not good. This is where we're going to need air defenses because that thing can be awful to my units. So we're going to put up some Patriots.
Unit lost.
They're attacking our base.
Alright, he needs to get that built up as quickly as possible here. Alright, we're going to move this guy up here. And this is probably a very good... Well, I could do 2 particle cannons on it, which would actually work as well.
Unit lost.
Alright, so... We're basically just building a little bit of a wall here. Oh, well, yeah, that's not good.
Silent but deadly.
Unit lost.
Alright, so we're almost ready. So we're going to put as many of these helicopters in the air as possible at this point. And we're going to take out a Scud real quick.
Unit lost.
You cannot hope to clear my toxins with that particle beam, General.
General, our base
That should be plenty to actually take out his Scud.
Ah, that's right. Sit back and relax. Give my toxins more time to work.
Alright. So we made it to where our defenses are set up. Because that was our big priority right now, is to do that. We may see if we can break this real quick.
Enemy Jarman Hell detected. Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
But unfortunately, he ended up killing our soldier. Well, not soldier, but our driver in there. So fuel air bomb,
Unit lost.
and we'll just get a little bit more air stuff. And we're basically going to gradually just push his defenses back. And that will break his hull. And that will get rid of his tunnel network.
Unit lost.
Okay, we'll move 2 over there. We'll move 2 over here. And we're going to move 1 to the center here. And we really want that gone.
Unit lost.
Boo! I just built that.
Every moment you delay, you die a little bit more.
So pretty much, as I said, my big goal here is just to get some base defenses down to kind of stop them from just running through my area. And we probably need to deal with both of those, so So this fuel air bomb hopefully will knock them both into being a hole.
Warning, scud storm detected.
Because that'll break that one. Because the big thing with the GLA is to follow up with another hit. I could drop a nuclear bomb on it, but all they'll do is go into like one of those little hole things, and it doesn't actually defeat it. So we'll run a pilot through because I believe they have a bomb in here somewhere. He'll be my guinea pig. Maybe not.
Unit lost.
Maybe it was already blown up at some point. Oh, there's that poison stuff right now. Alright, so we're gonna house the sniper here. So basically any soldiers that we see coming up that way, that will hopefully shoot them down.
Particle cannon ready.
Oh, not again. Damn thing.
Unit lost.
Get out of there! Alright, so obviously a big priority here may be just to get some air defense up.
Our base is under attack.
Because air defense might be an important thing at this point. Alright, so we're going to wipe out a Scud Storm again.
Particle
This more so just resets them.
enemy Jarman Kell detected.
And then our sniper will just take out the German Cal. Alright, so... yeah, so the poison stuff's all over the place still, but... we're going to put 2 of these helicopters just in case he pops something in there randomly. Because GLA can do like little sneak attacks and stuff where they just drop soldiers wherever they want on the map. And we're going to get a couple of those guys.
Want to make some improvements? Loud and clear.
Alright, so they took out our oil derrick. Now luckily with this opponent, he doesn't come down this way very often. So you can almost ignore it. 'Cause I think he sends the soldiers from all the way up here and then they just take the shortest path, which is this bridge.
Metal is only a temporary barrier to my toxins.
So we're going to just get up behind there.
Aircraft targeting ready. Advancing.
So that way if they try to shoot a missile, hopefully this will counter it and take it down.
Confirmed. What's the story?
Alright, so another Patriot.
Did I forget to tell you about those? Silly me. Watch the mines, General.
Oh. He did not actually lose his Scud Storm. That might be a bad thing. So, this can be a little painful. So pretty much what we're going to aim to do real quickly here is... basically get some bombers here.
I'll give you a breather before our next attack.
Alright.
Unit lost.
So right now they're doing pretty good with just... because basically they're just maintaining defenses right here. And I may wait for the second bomber.
Passing overhead.
Enemy Jarman Kell detected.
And we're going to unload everything in hopes of taking that down.
Unit lost.
So close. And that destroys it.
Sneaking into my back door?
Now, it did take quite a bit of resources to do that, so it wasn't by any means a very... But again, I didn't have to actually spend a lot of planes on it. I did lose two Auroras, though. Now, the Auroras with the US are actually very, very good because of the fact that no matter what, they are going to hit their destination. The only downside is they may not make it back because they're extremely fragile. Out of like all the flyers, it's definitely probably the weakest. Like as far as like taking hits. I think usually if it sucks up 2 or 3 missiles, it'll just collapse pretty much. Alright, so we're going to drop one of those down there just to be on the safe side here. So for now, I guess we're just going to eye on like these city areas
Cannon activated.
because they basically just have a lot of
Regret intruding on my experiments, General.
random soldiers holed up in these buildings and stuff. Which can be a problem for whenever we try to come back through here with like soldiers and stuff. A lot of their air defense stuff can be a pain. Alright, so at this point, what we're going to do is actually get this little Comanche unit going. And as I mentioned, they're extremely strong with dealing with almost anything. The only thing is they sometimes need a little extra support. I still didn't have enough air defense for it. I think I should still be okay because I don't... Oh, that's going to take out all my planes though.
Unit lost.
Yeah, it's a little annoying. So basically I lost 4 Auroras, which comes out to like 8 grand with the Air Force General.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, because they're 2,000 apiece. With the other generals, it's 2,500 apiece, but it's still his one bomb wiped out $10,000 worth of stuff on mine. So what we could probably do is push this border a little bit further. First, we're going to take this out. Since we wiped out a lot of his buildings here, because that's where he houses a bunch of his RPG guys. So pretty much everyone that has like a missile launcher was housed in these buildings here. I think the next location that he has them will be the Stinger site here. So we're going to see if we can take out both of them with that. Alright, so once that drops, oh, that's not what I hope to see. This is kind of a waste, but again, I could secure all the way up to here if I take this out. And as you can see with the GLA, they tend to start rebuilding the buildings you take out. Alright, so let's go ahead and defend there. I could lose a few helicopters doing that, but for now we should be okay. In fact, I could probably just push him forward. The only downside is I think there's bombs in here too. So it's probably not the safest location. Alright. So we almost have all of our Comanches, because I built 9 of them. Alright, so we need a new driver for this, because Jarman Kel can actually go through and start shooting your drivers out, and then they can put like their soldiers inside of them, and start using your stuff.
Give my toxins more time to
And so that's why I built a couple extra soldiers here. That way they could just go reclaim it if needed.
Particle cannon ready.
Alright, so I guess what I could do is just grab another airfield. And hopefully this should be the last time we actually have to destroy a Scud Storm.
Particle cannon activated.
suspense. It's killing you.
Alright, so pretty much at this point. Yeah, so I think my Humvee probably blew up somewhere. Alright, so we're going to make this group 1, because this is basically going to be my kill squad. They're just going to fly through and actually just keep annihilating their stuff.
They're attacking our base.
To blow another match.
I really don't want my Aurora to start dropping bombs, because it will hurt my stuff quite a bit, so... And once I get the 8 Auroras up here, I can turn 2 of these into a group each,
Lost.
and they're just going to help me break anything that my other stuff can't deal with. In fact, I could probably go ahead and move them over with these other 3. I may use these other 3 as part of that kill group. Alright, so group 2, group 3,
Unit lost. Unit lost.
I guess the big thing I probably need right now is actually the air defense stuff, which I don't think I have on any of my ships right now. Yeah, so we're going to need to give them that. Countermeasures gives them a way to get rid of missiles coming at them. We're going to give our helicopter stealth and fire barrage,
See, you can tell they are just right with the flesh.
because that's why my helicopters don't have the survivability that they should. Because normally they should have a bunch. They just fly through and kill stuff, but I actually don't have any upgrades on them right now.
Being attacked.
Really? Again?
Unit lost.
This is getting tiresome.
Aerial defense countermeasures installed. Bring on the scaffolding. Our base is under attack.
It does a body bad.
Alright, so we're gonna have to go through and actually build them yet again. For like the 15th time. Okay, so we're gonna have to get the Auroras back built again for like the 5th time.
Particle cannon ready.
Alright, so next thing we're gonna do is wipe out these other buildings. Because these are basically things that I can't really deal with with my Auroras. Because my Auroras can demolish quite a bit of stuff, but these kind of buildings aren't the best for that. Usually you want to use the stealth bombers, but that's pretty much the main uses for stealth bombers. They're not very good for actually destroying like buildings and stuff. Like they still do damage, but nothing too amazing, really. I guess we could go through here real quick.
Cannon activated.
Alright, so all my helicopters are stealth now. Let's go break that real quick. Alright, so now we have our groups again. So group 2, group 3, group 4, get a little more air defenses up because I'm getting tired of getting that bomb dropped on me.
Enemy Jarman Hell detected.
We'll drop 1 or 2 more. So 2 will be that one, 3 will be that one, 4 will be that one. That's our last one, which is 5. So we have 4 groups that we can just drop random bombs on. Lastly, this will be our group 1. So, at this point, 2 will drop there, 3 will drop there, 4 will drop there, and 1, the Comanches will fly through afterward. And this will be the beauty of air superiority. 5 will drop there.
Unit lost.
We're going to drop that there. We're going to drop an air bomb here.
Unit lost.
2 will drop there, 3 will drop there, 4 will drop there, 5 will drop there. So we're going to see just a lot of random destruction.
Unit lost.
Alright, we're going to barrage that.
Unit lost. Particle cannon ready.
Alright, we're going to break this real quick. Alright, so we're going to ion cannon these two. Because mostly we just... These stinger sites are is mostly what's going to actually kill our Comanches. Like, our Comanches can still kill them, but we're going to lose some in the process. The other one will be coming up very shortly here. We'll use our planes to take out that.
Particle cannon ready.
Our next one is going to drop down, take that out. And we're going to take out a bunch of the rocket guys here real quick. We're going to move these rockets through here. 2, 3, 4. So, a lot of our aurors have already died. That will take that out.
Destroyed my command center. Yeah, well, I always hate my commanders anyway. Oh, I hope they insist you and me, General. Even if you defeat me, my toxins will get to you. Eventually.
Alright, so we wiped out pretty much most of the base here. There we go, and that is victory. So that's why I said I do enjoy playing like the air a little bit better. I think in a lot of times it's a little bit better as far as challenges go. So again, I do hope you've enjoyed the video so far. This will probably be the end of this video. If you watch, I will be doing some more videos in the near future. Probably just continue on with the Air General. Generally, if I like to go through, it's with the Laser General, the Air General, or some of the GLA guys aren't too bad either. They're just fun to play, but they're not super awesome against the AI, especially in these challenge type maps like this. Well, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming, and you have a good day.